Alright, what is going on, guys? I kind of wanted to talk about the new, I know I'm a little late, there's a bunch of videos out, but I kind of want to put my opinions in there. I want to talk about the new Supra that's coming out in 2020, and I want to talk about the Ford GT500 that's coming out. I guess we'll start with the Supra, we'll kind of get that one out of the way. I was excited for the Supra. I've been looking forward to it for quite a while. I don't know, I was looking forward to them bringing back the Supra name. But once I finally learned out all the full specs on it, I gotta be honest, I'm disappointed with it. I'm not disappointed in the way it looks. I know a lot of people are like, it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look like the FT1 concept. How could they ruin the looks like they did with it? I'll be honest. I think it looks great. I have no issues with the look. I think the rear looks great. The front looks great. The side, the body lines, I think looks pretty good. There may be a few things that kind of but I definitely feel like if I saw it in person, I would be like, wow, that's a good looking car. I think it's one of those cars you have to see in person to really appreciate the looks. I don't think videos do it justice. But I actually do like the way it looks in the videos, so I'm sure in person will look even better. So looks is not an issue for me at all. The biggest issue that I have with it is the fact that it's not really a Toyota. When they had all the other Toyotas, the Supras, when it first came out, it was a Celica Supra. It was a Toyota design. Toyota put their thought into it, their design, their motor. They put pride into building something that was sportier, and they kind of wanted to get into that market. And then they kind of made it sportier and sportier as the years went on, and the years went on. And then you had, I don't know what years here, I think 93, 94, the Mark IV Supras, which is what everyone loves. Those are the years that everyone wants, is the Mark IV Supras. And when that car came out, they put a lot of time and development, they put a lot of thought, they wanted to make it special, and that's exactly what they did. The new one isn't like that. It's like a BMW with a Toyota badge on it, so you get the Toyota nameplate with the reliability of a German car. It's almost like Toyota just they don't want to put any money in research and development into something. They just went to someone else and say, hey, listen, we have a classic nameplate here that we want to revive. What kind of platform do you think you'd want to work with us with, and we'll work off of that. And then BMW said, hey, we got this, I think it's a Z4, I don't forget the platform, I don't remember. Saw a video on it like a week ago, so I kind of forget at this point, but it's a BMW. It's a BMW transmission, BMW motor, BMW frame. Like the car itself is a BMW with Toyota molding on it and Toyota badges. And that right there, I completely lost interest at that point. I was just like, wow, how can you come out with a classic nameplate like the Supra, something that is like an iconic car to your brand, and then go to BMW to make you a car? Not make you the car, but give you pretty much the components, give you, 80% of the car. So I don't know. I don't know. There's just really no other way to explain it. I just can't believe they ended up going with the BMW, platform. Now I will say the straight six motor, I'm really glad they went with the straight six. Kind of going back to the original, the original Supras. I know they had straight sixes in them, the 2JZ. So that was kind of cool. I'm actually kind of glad they went with a straight six design instead of a twin turbo V6 or something. But what they did good in the motor, they messed up with the transmission. I don't know. How can you not have a manual transmission in Toyota Supra? What? You don't have a manual transmission in a Toyota Supra? You can get a new Corolla, brand new Corolla, with a manual transmission. You can get a new Tacoma. They're like one of the only pickup trucks left besides the Frontier. I think Dodge still makes manual trucks. Who else makes manual? I think it's just Nissan, Toyota, and Dodge. I think still make manual trucks. So they offer a manual transmission in their pickup trucks, but they don't in their Toyota Supra. It makes no sense. And once again, it also comes, that's part of the fact that they went with BMW. I guess BMW for that platform doesn't have a manual transmission available. So I don't know. It just, between the lack of manual transmission and the fact that it's not even a Toyota, it's a rebadged BMW. I'm sorry, that car is just, I don't know. I like the way it looks. It's really a shame because I was actually looking forward to it, but I feel like they really dropped the ball. It seems like Toyota just can't seem to make a car that is sporty. I don't know. They have no thought, no innovation. I don't know what Toyota is. They seem to lost their touch when it comes to building something sporty. Yeah, they had the GT86, but it's a rebadged Subaru. It's a Subaru car, Subaru motor. It's a Subaru with a Toyota badge on it. So it's not even like the BRZ and the 86 is their car. It's a Subaru. So once again, there's something that they, can't seem to. I don't know. They just can't seem to make a sporty car anymore. Rob Ferretti said it pretty good. He said that the Toyota Supra is what the BRZ should have been, and in some ways he's right. I mean, I don't know. If you kind of look at them, the lines are kind of the same in some ways. But like I said, I like the way the Supra looks, but he's right. I mean, in a way, the Supra is pretty much what the BRZ should have been, and the Supra should have been better than what it is. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's going to be different debates, but that's kind of how I look at it. A lot of people are complaining about the price. It was like, oh, it's $50,000. I'll be honest, I don't think 50 grand is that bad. If you look back at the Mark IV prices, when they came out, they were like $65,000. They're like $70,000. They were a very expensive car when they came out. So to come back with the Supra and it's actually like cheaper than like in today's inflation, they were like 60s. I forget it. I think they were like $40,000 back in the day. But with inflation, that was around like $65,000, $70,000 today. So it coming out today for $50,000. I don't think the price point is that bad. I thought it was actually going to be more money. So I will say they got the price point. They got the price pretty good. I still don't think that's going to make the car sell a lot. And they're also coming out with the car too. No one really seems to talk about. They're coming out with this car now, and like people aren't really buying cars that much. Everyone's buying trucks. People want sportier trucks and SUVs, and they kind of brought it at a time where cars are kind of on their way out. I mean, it's mainly sedans people aren't buying. People also are still buying sports cars, but cars in general, the sales are kind of going down. So why they came out with it now when sales for cars are going down seems kind of strange to me too. But what do I know? So that's pretty much it on the Supra. I don't have any other things to say about it. I just want to see it in person. Maybe one day I'll get to drive one or something, kind of see how it drives. But other than that, all of my I don't know. I've lost interest in it. I don't really care about it at this point, unless they make their own car and give it a manual transmission and then make it look good. Then maybe I'll be interested again. All right, let's get into the GT500. Now, for the Mustang, I'm a big Ford guy, as you guys know. I mean, I have a Crown Vic. I really want to get myself a Power Stroke one day. I want to get myself a 7.3. They're just too much money, but I'm a Ford guy. I just kind of what I'm into. I love the new Ranger. I think it's a cool little truck. But the GT500 is an awesome car. I love it. I think it looks awesome. They did a really, really good job with the looks on it. It's got a cool motor in it. I forget what it's called. I don't remember. But the motor's cool. Everything about it's cool. It's nice lines. Sounds good. It's got, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of cool colors for it and stuff. It's a cool car. I love everything about it, except for once again, the transmission. Now I get it's a dual clutch. It's gonna shift super quick. That's awesome. I have no problems with dual clutches. But for them to not even offer a manual transmission, it's a Mustang. How do you not offer a manual transmission in a Mustang? I don't know. It just seems crazy. I understand we're going away from manuals because no matter how good you are shifting, let's say you're a professional you drive since you were 15 years old or whatever, and you're some professional driver, you cannot shift as fast as a dual clutch transmission. You just can't. I mean, they're just faster than humans. No human can shift as fast as that. And when you put a dual clutch in, I guess it's all about top speed, who can get the fastest track times and stuff. but it I don't know, it takes the fun out of driving. Like, a manual transmission car is so much more fun than an automatic. I mean, I can kind of let's compare my cars. You know, I have my Jeep Cherokee, which is a 5-speed manual, and then I have my Crown Vic, which is a 4-speed auto. I can have fun in both cars, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing like going through the gears. I'm sure my Jeep is not fast by any means, but it's still a lot of fun just going through the gears, just having a bunch of fun with it. If you're not buying, I can understand a dual clutch in like a hypercar, something that you're trying to achieve, top speed, like a Koenigsegg, things like that. But in a Mustang, you don't need a dual clutch in a Mustang. Most people are going to buy Mustangs, they're going to take them out in the street and do burnouts and do stupid shit with it and do whatever else with them. They're going to be doing fucking donuts and, going under tunnels and rev them out. They're going to be doing stuff like that. So for them to have a dual clutch seems pointless on a car like a GT500. I can understand it being an option, but to not even offer a manual, I don't like that. I kind of feel like Ford dropped the ball, at least in that aspect, not even offering a manual transmission, because a car like that, like a muscle car, or like, I guess you could classify a Mustang as a sports car now, having a manual transmission definitely, it gives it that sporty feel, like, I don't know, like the Focus RS. Why didn't they put an automatic transmission Focus RS or dual clutch in Focus RS? They kept it. They have a manual only because it's fun, it's sporty, it adds to the driving experience. So for them not to add it to the GT500 really doesn't make any sense to me. But once again, what do I know? I'm not making these cars. Maybe I'm the only one that wants a manual transmission. I don't know. To me, it's not even like they don't even have a manual transmission in any of their current Mustangs. Like, most people that get Mustangs, I don't say most people, but I would say most people that get higher trim Mustangs, like sportier ones, most likely get a manual transmission. I don't think most are automatics. I'm going to throw it out there and say most people get manual transmissions in their sportier Mustangs. Maybe not like a base GT or something. People get automatics, but when it comes to like special packages, most people, I'm sure, are getting manuals. Maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. If to my knowledge, I think the GT350 is only a manual. So they came out the GT350 manual only, and then the GT500 is a dual clutch only. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But besides that, I still am looking forward to it. I think it's a great looking car. And maybe a manual transmission will be offered in the future. I don't know. I doubt it. We'll have to see what Ford does. But that's pretty much it, guys. I kind of wanted to talk about these two cars because it's kind of like a big thing in the automotive world. A lot of people are excited for these two cars or not excited, or there's a lot of mixed opinions on every car. So that's pretty much what today's video. I got some videos for the Crown Vic that I want to do and some for the Jeep. It's just too cold outside right now. I mean, obviously I'm in my garage. It's like 9 degrees outside right now, and like the wind chill is like -11. So I'm not going outside and doing any videos anytime soon. And of course, literally, I've been off the last 3 days, and the 3 days that I've been off, it's been like raining, cold, and windy. So I was like, okay, there goes all the videos that I want to do. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I was looking forward to the Supra, but it let me down. I'm kind of done with the Supra now at this point. But the GT500, I'm still excited for it. I mean, I'd rather have a manual transmission, but the dual clutch is pretty good. I do like it. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.